It's your girl ShayJanai coming back with another video. Every Wednesday it goes down 12 o'clock. Every single Wednesday. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell button if you haven't hit it so the alerts can come straight to your phone so you don't miss a video I upload. And go ahead and give me that good thumbs up if you like the video. And please go ahead and comment any thoughts upon this subject. So, boom, you know that's my word, boom. In life as parents, we get so focused on keeping a roof over our head, buying clothes and shoes, keeping food in the house, and going to work making all the income that we forget that we have to parent. So you have to understand the school system doesn't educate our kids for everything that they would need in life. So what the school system doesn't teach, you have to teach at home. In this society, everybody is always talking about change, change, change. Well, in order to change, the first thing is parenting. We have to change the way we parent. So you have to understand again that since everything is not taught in school, you have to teach it at home. So I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios and topics. So for instance, sex is taught up in school as you get older, up in high school and stuff. But in reality, most kids become sexually active around about 11, 12, 13 years old, around that range. But most sex courses that's in school isn't taught until they're about 16 or 17. And so what are you trying to say, ShayJanai? I should be talking to my kids early about sex? Yes. The moment your kid can understand and talk, you should be talking about sex. And what I mean is typically 5-year-olds, they got a pretty good, decent understanding of certain body parts. So you can explain to them like, hey, you know, this body part right here, you know, nobody is supposed to touch in this. So if somebody touch you, you know, you're supposed to say this and this. And, you know, you don't have to give them all the details, but you have to explain it enough to where your child understands that if somebody touch him inappropriate, him or her, that they can come to you and tell you anything. And then you have to also throw in there what people will say. Oh, we'll threaten your family. I'll harm your mom or your dad. You better not tell. Or some people will go as far as, oh, let me do this. I'll give you some candy or sweet. So you have to understand, y'all stuck up into these ways where I want my kid to be a kid. But in reality, the moment that they walk out that door, they're a kid. But in some people's eyes, that's not what they seeing. You know, so you get so comfortable with family members watching kids, boyfriends watching kids, girlfriend watching kids, that you haven't even taught your kid the understanding of body part, what's supposed to be touched, what's not supposed to be touched. And then when something happened, you looking crazy like, how did I not see this? What's going on? The fact that you didn't see it because the kid was so scared that they thought they was going to get in trouble, or that person threatened to harm their parents. So they were so scared. So you have to understand that this is how you have to explain stuff to kids. And I'm talking about young kids, older kids, teenagers, everything. You have to be able to talk to your kids. And you can't jump to the conclusion that you're going to get mad every time something goes on, because that kid will shut down and won't tell you anything. And if you don't know anything, research the topics that people would say to kids if they were trying to get them to do something inappropriate. Research those topics, because it's already people out there with the information, and that's how you explain it to your kid if you don't know. So let's stop the cycle of a lot of stuff happening before it happened, and let's take advantage of parenting. I know we get so busy with working and everything, but soon as something happened, you think back, what could I have done different? What did I do wrong? And you start questioning yourself. And I'm not just talking about sexually. I'm talking about financially, everything. Credit isn't taught in school. Why aren't you teaching your kids when they get old enough, and they're asking for money and stuff? They need to know the importance of money, know the importance of food. They don't have to go out and get a job if you don't want them to go get a job, but make them work around the house. Show them the importance of money and how they need to keep it and save it. Teach them how to save before they really need to know how to save as an adult. So I'm talking about, they said they want something. Okay, we're going to have to save your allowance so you can get this right here, and I can show you how to save. So save $10 this week, and then save $20 this week, and then boom, you go to the store and you go buy it. That's how you teach them about saving. And credit, show them your credit. Show them what you got to do. Show them your budget. So when a kid come asking you for money and they think money grow on trees, you haven't had that conversation of, hey, I got a budget every month because we got to have this amount for food. We got to have this amount for food. And then kids won't walk away getting an attitude because they understand that you are taking care of home because you are talking to them. That little saying like, you ain't grown, you in grown folks' business and stuff, baby. They need to be up in grown folks' business when it comes to certain subjects. They need to know this information because when they get 16 and 17, they stuck in their ways. Now they just now trying to find out how to save, or maybe not even then. Maybe they 25 years old and don't know how to save. So I'm talking about every single thing. And this right here, this next topic is the color of the skin. So a lot of people, oh, I want to make my kid be a kid. I want him to be a kid life. I'm telling you, tell your kids about the color of their skin. Because when they walk outside that door, the world sees them by the color of their skin. So you have to explain that it's some people in the world that's not going to like them by the color of their skin. Now, when they're younger kids, you can break it down as simple as possible so they can understand, because what you don't understand is a lot of kids keep stuff closed behind doors. They really do. They can be getting bullied at school. You have to teach them about bullying. You have to teach them about everything. But as a parent, you can break it down more and give them examples of what school can't do. They can go over bullying, they can go over all of that, but kids still will not understand. And that gives you the advantage because that is your child. You know how they learn, you know how they understand, that you can break it down to the point where they can understand that bullying is not okay in no forms. And if you see somebody get bullied, you report it. Kids need to know about the color of their skin. And I'm not just talking about one race, I'm talking about all races. But if you have a particular race as African American, Caucasian, Mexican, know in your community what's going on and what you need to tell your child about the police officers, about the laws. See, what you understand about the laws is most kids think, oh, I do something bad, I'm going to go to jail. But they don't understand that it's jail and then it's prison. It depends on what you did, that you're going to be locked up into this little cage. You can just say cage. You're going to be locked into these four walls, and you got to go to the restroom up in here. You're going to have a maid up in there with you, where you have to go to the restroom in front of them. You have no privacy. You have to shower in front of other people naked. You have no time to yourself, so you need to go and explain these situations. Like, if you do these consequences, you talking about 1 year, 2 year. And then a lot of kids don't understand, just because they with somebody that did something criminal, that they will still get charged with the same thing. This is what you need to be telling your kids, because they are not teaching all of this in school as they grow up. It's not until they get in a situation and we like, oh my goodness, and the kid don't even fully understand what's going on. But yet, if they're close to adult, they get charged as an adult, even though they don't know this information. It's your job to relay this information, because this information is not taught in school. The color of your skin is not taught in school. If you are African American male growing up in the United States, you need to know what to do, what not to do when you come into cases with police officers, because all police officers not good. Now, don't get me wrong, it's some awesome police officers out there, but it's also some bad ones. You got little kids running down the street with guns. Now, if a police officer see them, they can say, oh, I thought that was a real gun. That's why I shot him. And then you looking and you saying, well, I want my kid to be a kid. I don't want them to know about all this information. But you got a 6 and 7 year, 8-year-old, 10, 11, 12. Should I go on? You got all these young kids getting killed by police officers, getting shot by police officers, getting harmed by other citizens because of the color of their skin. And all they can go by is what they done seen on the news because of the color of your skin. So you need to take the time and be a parent and teach your kids how to do stuff, how not to do stuff, what to wear, what not to do in situations. So please, please, please understand, again, every single thing is not taught up in the school education system, and they can't teach it. They got a certain standard. So what they don't teach, remember, you have to teach at home. Now, again, sexually transmitted diseases are taught in school. But what you need to teach the males and the females, that's the conversation that you can have at home, because you're the parents. You need to teach the females that some men will try to get in your pants. They will tell you anything that they want to hear. They will say, I love you and everything. You have to understand, in this society, in this world, these kids are watching videos of people married. People, all this romance, all this love, and all this other type of stuff. And them are trigger words for them. Oh, I love you, baby. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do everything for you. It's okay. You need to understand, and you need to teach this. Like I said, it's a certain extent that they can teach in school. But yet when you come home, you can teach the girls like, hey, even though I will not get mad if you become sexually active, I will be frustrated because I really want you to wait. But if you ever think about becoming sexually active, come to me first. Let's talk. You could talk about getting on some type of form of birth control if they want to. You could talk about condoms. And the thing about the condoms is a lot of kids start having sex again around 12 or 13, so they really don't know how to put these condoms on. So this is where it comes to where you can practice on bananas, and you can even show the girls how to put it on. Because if she get in a situation where she finna have sex and this boy is young just like her and he don't know how to put the condom on, at least she will know how to put it on if she did get in a situation like this. And I think, again, sometimes as parents, we get so upset that we know what's out here in the world. We know what they shouldn't be doing. We know the consequences. But you have to understand the kids don't know. And it's just like at a job. You be like, oh, this person's slow. How they not getting this? They learning is not the same as yours. They are still kids. So every single thing that you know, they don't know yet. So you have to pass that knowledge on. Share situations about sex. Like, okay, even though you got this on, you can still get an STD. Do you know what an STD is? And you can ask them. And then a lot of kids be like, we talked about it in school, but I really don't know what it is. Okay, do you know you can still get STDs from just kissing? You know you can still get that, right? So this is where you go in depth to have this conversation with these kids so they can avoid making some mistakes in situations and they can understand, because it's sex is everywhere. It's in music videos, it's on social media, it's all they see. So at a very young age, that's why around 11, 12 to 13, them are the ages most women and men become sexually active. So you're going to have to parent, and you're going to have to educate, and you're going to have to drill that information in at a very young age. And that's just how you have to do to protect your child from not making mistakes later on in life. And again, when they make those mistakes, you have to be there, you have to parent, and you have to teach them, hey, let's not do this mistake again. You made this right here. I'm mad at you. I'm upset. You will get grounded. But anytime you get in the situation, you come tell me anyways, because this is how much I love you. You are going to make mistakes in your life. It's okay. I'm your parent. I will still be there for you. Because what you don't want the kid to do is hide stuff from you. That's what you don't want. And then you find out later. Because, okay, sexually transmitted diseases, right? If you have a sexually transmitted disease too long, it can mess with the insides, right? So if it was a female and say she was trying to get pregnant, you talking about she might not actually get pregnant where she's supposed to get pregnant at. So this is where all the information come to, and when you need to understand, because having an STD too long is basically having an infection spreading all around your body. And the kid needs to understand this. This is why you don't become sexually active. This is why you wait. And if you do decide you use a condom, you let me know. You talk to me so we can talk about birth control if that's going to be an option. So you have to keep that door open. So don't always jump to get upset when a kid come to you and tell you something. You want to keep that door open. Now you can be angry, you can ground them, but at the end of the day, you have to let them know, no matter what situation you get in, you call me. Now, drinking and alcohol, it's the same thing with males and females. You need to understand, females need to know, even though you with your friends, females, girl, people will set you up. Girl, your own homegirls will put something in your drink for you to get sexually assaulted by a man. A man will put something in your drink. So this is the conversation that you should be having at a very young age, because these kids are drinking. And you would think, oh, my kid is mature. They know better. They know better. I'm telling you, kids, they have the understanding to where their peers can influence them to do something. You have too much confidence in your kid talking about they mature, they mature. No, them kids will still do stuff behind closed doors and you won't know anything. So I'm talking about every aspect in life. So tell them about the date rape drugs. They need to know about that information, and how they shouldn't accept drinks from anybody. And if you going out to a party, whoever you go with, you need to come back with. Let them know the do's and don'ts. And if you feel some type of way, or if you feel uncomfortable, call me. I will come get you, no question asked. Call me if you feel uncomfortable about a situation. So guys, this is all I have today. I really wanted to take time to talk about parenting, and I'm talking about parenting of what they not teaching in school that you have to teach at home. I know we working multiple jobs, we going to school, we doing this and that, but you have to take time for your kids so they can grow up and have the information necessary to succeed in life. So with you parenting the way that you do on top of the school, they can be awesome. This world would be a better world if every parent just took time to parent their kids at home for the information that's not taught in school. So I watched a video, I watched a movie up on YouTube, and this is where this topic came from. So I'm gonna drop it at the bottom. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, but please watch it. And then you will understand where I'm coming from when I say every single thing that I said in this video. So if you like the video, go ahead and give me that good thumbs up. If you feel a certain way or you want to conversate about this more, go ahead and drop a comment. I always comment right back. And thank you for all the subscribes, for all the likes, and continue watching my videos every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. ShayJanai is out.